In the wake of Charlie Kirk's assassination, there has been a lot of discussion about the far-right movement he was a part of. But the far-right is a spectrum of different movements, and understanding them might help you understand what's happening in America. First, Christian nationalism. This group's leaders, like Kirk and Marjorie Taylor Greene, tap into valid frustrations with broken systems, but also exploit xenophobia and racism. They believe that the US was founded as and must be restored to a Christian state. For many of them, that means white dominance, and non-white immigration and multiculturalism are threats. Kirk himself said, quote, "You cannot have liberty if you don't have a Christian population," and called the Civil Rights Act a, quote, "huge mistake." The movement works within the system, and its leaders don't openly call for violence, but their rage-baiting rhetoric has inspired it, with adherents participating in the January 6th attack. A different strain is the techno-authoritarian or Dark Enlightenment movement, pushed by Curtis Yarvin and Silicon Valley billionaire supporters like Peter Thiel. They hold that democracy has failed and want an authoritarian society run like a corporation by an unelected CEO monarch and enforcing a stratified racial hierarchy based on pseudoscience. Finally, a view gaining ground across the far right is accelerationism. That's the belief that society is just beyond saving, and its collapse needs to be hastened. This view is held by many within the Groyper movement, which is led by Nick Fuentes and seeks to establish a white, Christian, anti-Semitic, authoritarian state. It's named after its racist meme toad mascot. Fuentes avoids direct calls to violence, but his followers rely on online harassment, including threats of violence against political opponents and minorities. Some were also charged for their role on January 6th. The Boogaloo movement, on the other hand, explicitly calls for violence against the government. Its name, drawn from memes about the 80s movie Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo, is a reference to a second civil war. Self-described Boogaloo boys have been convicted of domestic terrorism plots and murders of government officials. A more personal nihilism is embodied in the Black Pill worldview, which cuts across these movements. Its adherents often identify as incels, and they want to destroy the progressive society that empowered women to reject them. The name comes from The Matrix, which is ironic since that film's directors have said that the pills were a trans allegory. Black Pill followers are mainly misogynistic, but they have a lot of natural overlap with white supremacists. Most are passive, but the philosophy has inspired several mass murders. People in this country are hurting. They are frustrated with systems that are rigged against them. You can see how those anxieties are exploited in these groups and their visions, from building an authoritarian state to just watching the world burn.